Welcome to my channel. Did Tesla just drop the price of the Model Y by $45,000 in Australia? That's not a typo. It's a huge slash in price. But here's the kicker. Something doesn't add up. Is this actually a great deal or just a clever pricing trick? And why is Tesla struggling while EV sales are exploding worldwide? Stick around because the answer might shock you. The Tesla Model Y in Australia just got a massive price cut. But before you run to place an order, let's break it down. The new 2025 Model Y standard range now costs $58,900 AUD. Well, here's the thing. Just last year, the 2024 base model was $33,000 cheaper. Yep, you heard that right. And the long range? It's now 68,900 Australian dollars, making it the cheapest it's ever been in Australia. But if you were eyeing the launch series, that's where things get interesting. It was $45,000 more expensive. What's going on here? Is Tesla actually giving you a better deal or just shifting the goalposts? While EV sales are booming worldwide, Tesla is losing ground in Australia. In China, 650,000 EVs were sold in February alone, with BYD leading the charge at 300,000 units. That's a mind-blowing 160% increase. Europe, up 20%. Even Germany, where EVs were struggling, saw a 35% increase. North America, up 20% with 140,000 EVs sold. And Cadillac, they say 35% of their cars this year will be electric. Australia, not the same story. Tesla is struggling, and they know it. That's why they're slashing prices to fight back against competition like the XPeng G6 and BYD Seal, which offer more range, better warranties, and competitive pricing. So, if you're considering a Tesla, which one should you get? The 2025 standard range Model Y now has 466 kilometers of range, 11 kilometers more than before. And thanks to an upgraded China-built motor, it now hits 0 to 100 kilometers per hour in 5.9 seconds, a full second faster than last year's model. The long range now boasts 551 kilometers of range, which is 18 kilometers more than before. But here's the catch. It no longer comes with a power boost unless you pay extra. That means the launch series version was actually faster, going 0 to 100 kilometers per hour in 4.3 seconds, whereas a new long range does it in 4.9 seconds. Is that 0.6 second difference a big deal? That's up to you. And what about paint options? The launch series let you pick any color for free. Now, you're stuck with white unless you cough up extra. Glacier Blue / Stealth Gray, 2,300 Australian dollars. Quicksilver / Ultra Red, 2,600 Australian dollars. Tesla isn't the only player in the game anymore. The XPeng G6 is a serious threat. For around the same price, you get more range, faster charging, a 10-year warranty on the car and battery versus Tesla's 4-year car / 8-year battery. A driver's screen, which Tesla still refuses to add. All paint colors included. So why pay more for Tesla? Now, if you're thinking maybe I'll just get the old Model Y, well, Tesla's got deals for you too. They're clearing out 2024 long-range stock for 65,100 Australian dollars drive away, which is essentially $60,000 before costs. Not bad. But is it worth spending an extra $10,000 for the 2025 model? Let's talk about the battery. The standard range Model Y now has a bigger pack, 62.5 kilowatt hours instead of 60 kilowatt hours. That's why it gets a bit more range. But let's clear up a huge misunderstanding floating around the internet. Some reports claim the higher amp hour rating, 180 Ah versus 173 Ah, is the reason for the increase. That's not true. The battery pack itself is bigger. That's why it has more capacity. End of story. So, should you buy the new Model Y? Well, it depends. If you're in Australia, I'd honestly think twice. The XPeng G6 gives you more for price, better range, faster charging, a longer warranty, and no extra charges for paint colors. Plus, Tesla's autopilot and full self-driving just don't work as well here as they do in the US. But if you're in America, that's a different story. You can't buy XPeng or Zeekr there, and Tesla's software is much better optimized for US roads. Full self-driving actually works, and the supercharger network is way better. Tesla is still great, but it's not the only option anymore. If you're a hardcore Tesla fan, this is the cheapest Model Y long range ever. But if you're looking for the best value EV in Australia, the XPeng G6 might be the better choice. Now, I want to hear your thoughts. Is this price cut enough to win you over? Or do you think Tesla has lost its edge? Drop a comment below. And if you found this breakdown helpful, hit that like button and subscribe for more deep dives into the EV world. See you in the next one.